5 things I love about living in Denver. Hey everyone, this is Alec, Realtor Managing Broker at Century 21 Golden West Realty in Golden, Colorado. Today I'm going to be covering 5 things that I love about living here in Denver. If you haven't already, please make sure to like and subscribe to my channel. Follow for more content that I'll be putting out about Denver and the metro area and our real estate market. Let me preface this by saying that yes, there are negative things about living in Denver and Colorado and a city in general, but the point of this video is going to focus on the things that I enjoy about living here from my perspective. Number 1, I'm going to say is the diversity of living in Denver. I am a huge language nerd. I love studying other languages, being around people who speak other languages, getting experience, and immersing myself in different cultures. Especially growing up in Montana, coming to a city like Denver to me is very diverse. When I first moved here, my uncle was driving me around town and I saw one of the Dazbog coffee shops. If you're not from here, if you haven't really paid attention, Dazbog is a Russian coffee shop. They have Cyrillic Russian writing on their umbrellas outside, on the walls in their cafe. So I got really excited. I asked him to pull over. I went inside and I greeted the girl at the register in Russian, started ordering my drink in Russian, and her eyes just started to glaze over. And I asked her, "You have no idea what I'm saying, do you?" And she goes, "No." I said, "Okay, well, it's on me. Shouldn't just assume." But anyways, so that's how much I do love languages and, getting to practice and experience this. In Denver, some of the largest language groups that we have, aside from English, of course, and Spanish, is going to be German and Chinese speakers of Mandarin or Cantonese. We also have really large populations in Vietnamese speakers, Nepali, Arab, Amharic speakers from like Ethiopia and other surrounding African countries, Somali speakers. So to me, we are very diverse here. There's a lot of festivals all year long celebrating international diversity. Number 2, speaking of diversity, I think my second favorite thing about living here is the food scene. I've definitely heard from some people they think it's really awful and some people who think it's really great. To me, I think it's pretty decent and it's good. We have a lot of Denver staples. If you ask anyone, where they should go, what they should try, they're gonna say things probably like snooze for breakfast. Do be prepared though, like snooze always has a line. So get there early, be prepared to wait around for a little bit. The couple times I've been there, definitely worth it, great breakfast. Other breakfast places, Yaya's, which is a European bistro located in the tech center. I haven't been there since COVID happened and everything, but they definitely offer, at least I still hope they do offer, a really great brunch buffet. Delicious food. It's great. You'll like it. Other places are going to be Cherry Cricket, which is an American eatery over in the Cherry Creek neighborhood. We have the Denver Biscuit Company. We have Tokabe, which is an American Indian eatery. I have not been there yet personally, but I hear from so many people that it is absolutely amazing. Root Down and Sushi Den are also going to be other staples that I hear and people will mention as well. If you're looking for something more like open seating with various vendors that you can just go and choose whatever you want, there are 3 that definitely come top of mind. One is going to be the Denver Milk Market downtown. There's the Edgewater Public Market, and then Avanti, which is not too far from the Milk Market as well. And since I just got done talking about diversity and languages being my favorite thing here in Denver, a lot of the international restaurants, there's a really great scene for that too. Some of my favorite places are going to be Marrakesh, which is an Arab restaurant over off of Colorado Boulevard, not too far from the Cherry Creek area. Another Arab restaurant that I've tried and really enjoy is the Shish Kebab Grill. That's off of Colfax, very close to Broadway and the Capitol building there. A few other places are going to be Sika Midi, which is a Mexican restaurant in Golden, very highly rated, really great breakfast tacos. Do pay attention though if you decide to go there and you're in the area to their hours of operation. If you're going in the afternoon, you might find sometimes they might be closed from around 2 to 4. I've heard even sometimes from 1 to 4. But definitely a great place to hit up for there. We have a lot of really great Nepali restaurants around town, Indian restaurants around town, Ethiopian. We find a lot of Ethiopian places, and every single one I've tried is absolutely delicious. Got a couple German restaurants around town. First one that I really enjoyed was Helga's German Kitchen, which is off of around 225 in Mississippi area in Aurora. And then there's also Gabi's German Eatery, which is over in Lakewood. Number 3, a lot of people talk about the weather here in Colorado, and so many days of sunshine is definitely a thing here in town, where if we go a few days of cloudiness, no sunshine, everyone starts to get a little bit grumpy, and you'll notice that, and you'll hear people say that all the time. It's a very ideal city in terms of weather, because if you want the snow, it's there in the mountains, and when we do get it here in the city, it does not stick to the roads very often. The one point I'm going to make on that is, if you live here, if you're not from here, if you're thinking of moving here, on that first couple of snowstorms, do be careful if you need to leave the house. We have a lot of people that move here from states where they may have never had the opportunity to drive in snow before, never got it before. So it can get a little dangerous out there. Everyone just adjusting to what that's like and getting used to driving on those roads. It seems like also a lot of people really wait till the last moment to get the right tires on their vehicle to drive in those conditions. So do be careful when you're going out. The average summer temperature that we get here in Denver is going to be about 86 to 90 degrees. Although we do get, we can get quite a bit higher than 90 up to 95 plus. In the winter, we're looking around 47 to 49 degrees, although we do get below 20 degrees for certain periods of time as well. Here in the metro area, we can get snow as early as October, although it's not super common in my experience, and it definitely doesn't last. And then we can get snow as late as May, but again, it's usually one last big snowstorm, and then that's it. It doesn't last very long. Number 4 is that Denver is a very dog-friendly city, which is very important to me because my husband and I do have 2 dogs. One is Sam Winchester. He is a Lab Golden Retriever mix, and the other is Dean Winchester Jr. He is a Black Lab mix as well. If you're fans of Supernatural, you know where those names came from. But yes, dog-friendly, very important. We have a ton of dog-friendly restaurants, lots of patios. So if you do see any restaurant with a patio, more than likely you're going to be able to take your dog there. We have a lot of dog parks. 2 of the really big ones are going to be Cherry Creek Dog Park, Chatfield as well. There's a ton of other local smaller dog parks scattered throughout various communities also. And lots of parks where you can go for walks. There's Wash Park, Cheeseman Park, there's Garfield Lake Park, Sloan's Lake. You can take walks up around the Aurora Reservoir if you live or are looking for a house up in that area as well. So dog friendly, definitely, really like that. And number 5, there is always something to do in this city. If you can just break out of kind of like me, a domesticated life, we got the house, got the dogs, potential kids on the way, all sorts of other stuff, work, you will find that there is a lot to do in this city. During the fall time, we have things like the Leaf Drive, we have a ton of pumpkin patches, all sorts of other festivals. If you're looking for seasonal activities to do, I keep things like that updated on my website, westdenveragent.com, where you can go and you can check out things to do around town. During the winter and other holiday seasons, we have so many things to do. We have zoo lights. There's a Denver Center for the Performing Arts. They usually put on productions like the Nutcracker. There's the Trans-Siberian Orchestra. Botanical Gardens usually has a light show as well that you can go to and tour around. There is the Brown Palace Tea. That is definitely on my bucket list. I have not tried that one yet. Everyone I've talked to said they have a great time. You definitely need to make reservations in advance for that. There's also the Christkindl Market, which is put on by the German American Chamber of Commerce. When you go to that though, do be sure to bundle up. It does get pretty cold there at night, but you can go enjoy some Glühwein, which is a spiced wine. It's pretty good. Bratwurst, you can also shop around, get some holiday gifts and stuff like that there. The Gaylord Hotel, which is out closer towards the airport, they usually put on some family-friendly holiday activities that you can go to. And then of course there's skiing, of course, for all different experience levels. Some of the closest mountains that we have to town are going to be Copper, Winter Park, there's A Basin, Breckenridge, Vale, Beaver Creek, all sorts of mountains close by. Just do prepare though. It used to be you kind of get away with going there during the week if you could, and you wouldn't really have to deal with that much traffic. Anymore though, it is early mornings almost any day of the week. And then do prepare for quite a long trip back into the city with all the traffic that you'll have to deal with there on I-70. Outside of the holidays and winter, there's a lot of mountain day trips and other day trips around that you can do. You can do Garden of the Gods down in Colorado Springs, the Manitou Incline, Cave of the Winds. You can make it over to the Royal Gorge, which is close to Canyon City, Colorado. You can do Victor and Cripple Creek. Speaking of, if you like gold mine tours up in Victor and Cripple Creek, there's a lot of gold mine tours up there. Newmont has a very large operation, so those are some fun things to do if you're into that. You can get on over to Evergreen, do some hiking, do a walk around the Evergreen Lake, to around that area. And then there's also Estes Park. You can go do some shopping there, get some bison burgers. There's a really great candy shop there too. And then you can also check out the Stanley Hotel and tour that area. You can also do, there's a day drive that just did this last summer. It is between Victor and Canyon City, Florence area. It is called Phantom Canyon Road. So it's a little dirt road, takes about an hour and a half drive, whichever way you go. Very slow moving. Sometimes it gets pretty narrow as well, so do be careful of other traffic on that road also. But if you're a nature enthusiast, last time I was on that road, I saw 3 black bear. Lots of camping to do on that road, lots of fishing as well to do over in that area, if those are some of the things that you enjoy doing. If you enjoy shopping, we have a lot of shopping for you to do here in the Denver metro area. We've got the outlet malls. There's one up north in the Thornton area, and then we have down south in Castle Rock. We have the Flatirons Mall up north as well, the Park Meadows Mall, the Colorado Mills, which is up in Golden, and then just a bunch of boutique shopping. We have boutique shops, Pearl Street in Boulder, Cherry Creek, downtown Littleton, Belmar, Old Town Arvada, and then downtown Golden as well. If you're into gambling, we've got places close by like Black Hawk in Central City, as well as Cripple Creek. I do believe there's some spots in Victor as well. If you're into sports, of course, we've got a ton of sports happening here. We've got the Broncos for football, we've got the Colorado Rapids for soccer, the Denver Nuggets for basketball, Avalanche for hockey. There's also a lot of other just local sports leagues that you can join. We have everything from flag football, volleyball, kickball, soccer. You can find a lot of those things just searching, random Facebook groups, as well as meetup.com. If you really like music, we've got a pretty large and good music scene here in Denver. We have the Ball Arena, which features a lot of really high performers, Red Rocks as well. There is the Underground Music Showcase, which is about 150 plus local and national artists who perform at multiple indoor and outdoor venues. This usually happens around the South Broadway area of town. We also have lots of other local symphonies, orchestras, and choir groups that you can check out. So that's it. There's a lot to cover. I know there's probably a lot that I missed. So if there's anything about this town that you love as well, or maybe some things in the categories I didn't cover that are definitely worth mentioning, please leave a comment. Let me know, let others know what's worth checking out here in the Denver metro area. Again, my name is Alec with Century 21 Golden West Realty. Like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I'll be talking to you later. Thanks.